Morning, people. Well, I finally got round to cutting the grass yesterday. Yeah, today, well, we've got lots up and coming for the rest of the week from the shit shower, including a budget on Friday, a mini budget, but it's going to be quite a radical one apparently. The Cabbage Patch Kid is promising all sorts of things, but don't quite know, and I won't believe what they are until I see it from a shit shower in the House of Power themselves. I've got one controversial remark to make on an inquest that's just been opened after God knows how many years. And Belfield was mentioned on mainstream media. Quite a piece done on him. Okay, let's see where we go. Morning, people, welcome back. Grumpy old git in the corner again. Well, what we got on the cards today then? Well, we got the shit shower back in the House of Power today, properly. There was a few in there yesterday, but none of the important ones. And the topic for them today is how to support businesses from the price of energy. Well, we know how they're going to do it. They're going to rob us to pay them. You know, they're the ones that pay the big taxes, so they've got to keep them sweet, haven't they? I will watch that today. I will follow up on that. Obviously, it's still early morning, so there's not a lot on there at the moment. Then tomorrow they're going to be announcing what they're going to do about the NHS for their winter campaign. We usually know what that sort of statement means. Yeah, could it mean the return of the lurgy? Oh, of course, it's winter, isn't it? And with what Russia has come out with today, they got to keep the fear campaign going. But anything on the lurgy is going to be bullshit. We know that. They've started other fear campaigns and basically nobody's listening to them now. Well, one or two sheep, I suppose. But then on Friday is the main one as far as I'm concerned, which is the mini budget. Now, this is supposed to be quite a pivotal budget, so it's not going to be such a mini budget. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to give any predictions on it, because they make so many U-turns about what they promised, what they're going to do, and what they actually do. Any predictions now would be absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. But you can guarantee they're going to put, no matter what they do, ahead of actually helping us. We know that. We've seen that before. But helping us is not on any of their agenda, believe me. Right, so Leicester now. Yeah, to me it looks like a ticking time bomb. You've got two protected groups basically at war with each other. So far there's been over 40 arrested. One even jailed for 10 months for possessing an offensive weapon. Well, I've got a very offensive weapon, but I don't show it in public. But why has it taken just a few days or a week to get this guy in court, sentence him, send him down? When we see the police being, shall we say, prosecuted for their crimes, or some of them, and it can take up to 3 years for it to come to court. There's another one at the moment. I think it was 5 years ago. It's not a court case, it's an inquest. But that's only just been opened. Why? But the diversity they wanted in this country just isn't working, is it? You know, you can only be a racist if you're white. Everybody else is protected. And this is in our own country. Now, with this diversity, this is what we've got now. You imagine what it's going to be like when we've got all these channel paddlers that have come across, integrated into our society. Because they're not removing any of them. Only the Albanians, and that's only under what I would class as blackmail from the Albanian government. You give us money, we'll bring them back and we'll stop them coming. Yet they're probably one of the main ones that are trafficking people. So, but I'll leave that there before I get myself into trouble, as I do come close to that sometimes. But as I say, now this inquest, the one I'm talking about is the one into the 14-year-old girl that took her own life, very sadly. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought it was down to bullying online and stuff like that, but apparently it wasn't. She was watching very dark videos on suicide, how to do it, and obviously channels that push you to do it, I would have thought. I've never looked at any myself. But I've got to say, now this is where I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. Some of you might not like what I say. But 14-year-old girl watching this on the internet, what were the parents doing? She was obviously depressed, as they say. Did the parents not notice this? Now, the parents must have been paying for her internet and whatever device she was watching it on, because a 14-year-old girl would not be able to afford to pay for that sort of stuff herself. She was still at school. So why weren't they monitoring her? If they could see she was upset and constantly on the internet, why were they not looking at what she was watching? Now, the two eldest grandkids I've got here, the eldest is, I think he's 17 now, 16 or 17. His younger sister is quite a bit younger than him, but she does have access to the internet. She does have her own device. But the mother, the daughter, monitors everything they do. They can't contact anybody on there unless she knows about it. She's put restrictions on their accounts. Yeah, the internet's got a lot to answer for, but sometimes, sadly, in cases like this, so are the parents. You know, I know some parents don't give a monkeys about their kids and they just let them do what they want. You know, I've been in that situation myself many years ago. That's why I disowned my family. I mean, as I say, what I'm saying might upset a few people, but it's the truth, and the truth does hurt sometimes. The parents have to take at least some sort of responsibility for what happened there. But anyway, I'll leave that there for now. I don't want to go too deep into that. I mean, there is an upcoming inquest for it. It's been opened, so... But it was interesting this morning to see quite a large piece on mainstream media about Belfield. They had Jeremy Vine on giving an interview, and he was saying, oh, how he done this, it was destroying my life and what have you. Well, to me, Jeremy Vine's a prick anyway, but apparently Belfield is still on Twitter from his prison cell. Or is it his employees, because we know he had them, might still have? Are they doing it on his behalf? You know, as usual, mainstream media don't tell the whole truth, but I'm just putting that out there. I couldn't care less about the twat, to be honest. But they are now putting out that Russia is mobilising a lot of these armed forces. Well, I didn't think he had many left, but apparently he has now made a statement that he is threatening everybody. So, can you believe what comes from Russia? Apparently it was Putin himself that said this. It was in an interview or something, or in a televised statement. Oh my lord, here we go. Look out for they big mushroom clouds in the sky. But sadly, I think he's mad enough to do something like that. So, but I'm just putting it out there. Right, guys, well, if there's anything interesting that comes up, as you know, as I'm working away here, I do monitor what's going on and what's being said. Someone has to. And then I'm straight on here, find out what is really going on. And, of course, I'll bring it to you. If I can put it out as breaking news, if it's important, I will. If not, I'll put it all in tomorrow's video. Oh, I've gone on a bit today. Okay, guys, well, as always, I'll leave it there. As always, I'd like to say thank you for your support. My respect to each and every one of you. I notice the viewings and that are still going up, and the odd 1 or 2 new subscribers coming on. Respect to you guys. Thank you for joining us. Hope you stick around. And as I always leave with, stay safe, stay strong, stay free from the propaganda and the tyranny. Live your life how you see fit. Respects, guys.